Right, Jim Laker, 1956 Manchester, Anil Kumble, 1999 Delhi, and now Ajaz Patel, the Mumbai-born Ajaz Patel in Mumbai, 2021, has joined this elite club where he's picked up 10 wickets in an innings of a test match. Believe it or not, this is Waadaplaya concussions of I have Suman, Vishak, Mithun, all with lovely backgrounds across. How are we guys doing?
All
Hi
good.
Sanjay, all well.
All good. I'm still carrying drinks on behalf of Ajinkya, but Ajaz Patel, 10 wickets. Can't wait to speak about him.
I see all the drinks behind Mithun. Mithun, I mean, this is not RC. This is a test match. Come on, why? I thought you'll have Mayank or Ajinkya Rahane or even Ajaz Patel for that matter. What's
No,
happened?
we are RCBians forever.
I see Vishak's got the most appropriate one. Is that Kumble somewhere?
Yeah, it's Kumble.
Fantastic, fantastic. So I'll start with obviously Ajaz Patel picking up 10 wickets, but ironically, I think he'll go down in the history to lose this match even after picking up 10 wickets. So that elite club where all the both the other bowlers end up winning the game. India in super dominant position, Vishak.
Yeah, definitely. India in good dominating position. And again, talking about Ajaz Patel, it's like a man who bats for 4 sessions and scores 150. And you don't talk about him, and you talk about a man who has picked up 10 wickets. Such is the performance of Ajaz Patel. So, and again, he has picked up all the 10 wickets, and you look at them, and this is the first time a bowler has picked up 10 wickets in the first innings of a test match, and it has only done thrice. You can see around after 140 years of test cricket, it has been done only thrice. So it shows it's a very rare feat, and kudos to him that he picked up all the 10 wickets. Congratulations, Ajaz Patel.
Yeah, and the last time this happened in a first class game, and this is based on whatever commentators have been saying, was in Agartala, I think, and Mohanty got this in 2001.
Yeah,
Uh,
it was the last Indian, actually, last Indian first class cricketer, and it was said that Dravid was one of the wickets in that.
Yes, and then Srinath as well, Javagal Srinath
Yeah.
in as a referee. Suman, obviously brilliant performance by Ajaz, but this also highlights the lack of competence or lack of quality in the other spinners, because surely if Ajaz Patel got 10 wickets and how India rolled them over, the other guys should have done better, I guess.
I don't know about it, but because if you see Ashwin, Ravichandran Ashwin, he got the wickets too. If you're talking about this match, I think the pitch has been completely fair for both uh, batters and bowlers. Even if you look at fast bowling, Siraj's spell to get the first 3 wickets, outstanding. He was getting seam, swing, bounce. It was excellent. And what is particularly impressive about Ijaz Patel record versus Kumble and Jim Laker is Kumble and Jim Laker records were at home, and he did this in overseas conditions. Though you can argue that this was a spinner, but that is not his fault. He was picked for a reason to come into India, but nothing to take away. And we were talking about on our Facebook group about this as well. How lucky are we in our generations? We got to see two players taking 10 wickets in an innings, which is quite a rare feat, but we are getting to see 2 times. I mean, kudos. Absolutely amazing, Ijaz Patel.
Yeah, nothing will beat that Kumble one, because I clearly remember, Pakistan chasing 400 or 100 for no loss, and then suddenly Kumble comes in one after the other, cold winter morning at Kotla. And I remember how Wakar Yunus tried to get out to Javagal Srinath, who was bowling wide after wide just to avoid taking a wicket. Very unsportingly, I got a lot of flag because I thought that when India were 8 down, just declare it. Why? Just we wouldn't have got much out of it anyway. Is Mithun? I know in hindsight, I think it was fair for because then the conversation would have been completely different. For Kiwis, you don't want to do it to them. To be fair, he bowled really well. He does deserve the 10 wickets.
Definitely. I think these are the performances which are really required to motivate people to watch Test cricket and and the youngsters to take up the Test cricket, because now T20 cricket is dominating everywhere. In such scenarios, such conditions, you needed some people to perform like this and keep the Test cricket alive. And to say how Shiraj bowled today says it all. In any pitch conditions, if you bend your back and bowl to your strength, I think you can pick wickets on any condition. So Shiraj proved it today, and it's good for Indian cricket to see such youngsters who are coming up and showing that attitude, uh, coming and bowling in so quick and picking those wickets in any condition. So yeah, very happy to see the way Indians perform today, and big kudos to Ajaz Patel.
I do have a question for three of you though. So this is day two of a test match. India did bowl exceedingly well in the first innings of New Zealand. Not having New Zealand follow on when pitch is particularly good. What are the thoughts around it?
I think that 2001 Test match still haunts many teams. What India did to Australia, it haunts many teams still now. And if you see after that Test match, there have been very less instances where follow-on has been enforced. Even if you see innings victories, it has been in such a way that the team batting second has scored big, and then in the third innings, the other team like gets bundled out. That's how it has been innings victories like over the last few years. But it has been very less instances where follow-on has been enforced. So that 2001 Kolkata Test match has completely turned the favor. Like how people used to see the follow-on teams. Before that, if you see, there were a lot of teams which are enforcing follow-on, and now after that, it has completely changed. So that is one thing I think. And other thing is that I think it will be very difficult to bat fourth inning in the fourth innings here. If New Zealand, you cannot expect a team like New Zealand to fold out for 65 or 100 under 100 twice. And what if they score around 350, 400? It'll even be difficult to chase around 150 in the fourth innings. So I think it's a wise decision to go bat them out of the game. Even if we score around 200, right, they would be chasing around more than 450 in the fourth innings, and that bats them out of the game. So it's imperative to win the test match and win the series.
And I think
And
that's
also, Suman, if you see other way around, you might think that Indian bowlers had just bowled for a couple of sessions and they look still were fresh to put the opponents back onto the field to bat second innings after the follow-on. But giving that break will definitely give them good energy to come back and bowl again in the second innings. If India manages to score another 150 odd runs, the lead goes past 400 runs, and the bowlers will be very happy. I think that will give them extra confidence to come out and bowl in much better. Yeah, I
and
think it was good decision. Yeah.
And I think, in addition to the points made by Vishak and Mithun, I think because the Indian batting middle order hasn't had any practice at all, and they'd be going to South Africa straight away. That's the other thing I can think of. But I never expected there to be a follow-on, because that's how we got used to the modern day captains do not do it unless it's fourth day where 600, and then the second team has got 350 or something. You are running out of time. That's the only time I think people are giving follow on. Coming to the batting from New Zealand, how badly, Suman, did we miss Siraj? He did not play the World Test Championship final. He did not play the Kanpur Test. Surely he has to be the second fast bowler after Bumrah if everyone's fit and playing.
Siraj has grown leaps and bounds in the last 12 months in both white ball cricket and red ball cricket. If you look at his body language and what happened today, outstanding. He looked like close to Glenn McGrath kind of a body language, very confident, setting the fields, and that ball to Ross Taylor was outstanding. I absolutely enjoyed that ball because it was fast, pacey, and right on the off stump. It would have got any top class batsman, either LBW or Bolt for sure. So he's come leaps and bounds, and it's fantastic news for India. I know Vishak is here, who is a big fan of Ishant Sharma, but we've been talking about replacing Ishant Sharma with Siraj since quite a long time, and he's continuing to prove why. We have seen that in England as well.
And
So
I
every ball he bowled, Shiraj bowled, so it looked like picking up wicket. So that's kind of energy you need to show when you bowl. So there are chances when fast bowlers become restless when they don't pick up the wicket. But I did not see that in Shiraj, but because every ball he came, he had the same aggression.
I love the way how Ashwin was like warming up since the first over, and he got to bowl at like 13th or 14th, and he had a very funny moment where he got bowled the first ball and did a review. Obviously, didn't realizing, but he came on, got 4 wickets. I want to ask a very, very controversial question. Not controversial, but let me put it this way. Do you think Virat's captaincy is the one which is making a difference? Because I was reading some comments, etc. Tom Latham, when he played in Kanpur, there was nothing, no bounces at all in his entire inning. Although, yeah, it's a relatively dead pitch compared to, say, a Wankhede. But do you think if Virat Kohli was the captain in the previous game, we would have won that game, Vishal?
I don't think so because I think that pitch was completely dead. First thing, it's not about captaincy over here. It's about the kind of pitch over there. The pitch was completely dead. The pitch did not deteriorate. I and we have to give credit where it's due. I think New Zealand batted the last pair batted pretty well, and even in the first session, Will Somerville batted the entire session and gave them a chance to draw the game. I think we need to give credit where it's due, and definitely it didn't look like a fifth day wicket. Other than the ball keeping low, it wasn't turning at all. Usually on India in fifth day pitches, it turns quite a lot, but there was not much turn, and it was easy that if the batsmen were playing off the front foot, they can adjust to the low bones and still play. That is how the pitch was, and you cannot get dismissals like caught at short leg or caught at a silly point with such low bones. So that is and the pitch played its part there, and I think New Zealand also batted pretty well. They had a pretty good defensive game. Even in this game, if you see, Will Somerville batted pretty well, unless he lost his patience because he was not getting off the mark and he just hold out. I think the tailenders had a pretty good defensive game. Even Kyle Jamieson, if you see, he bats pretty well, and Saudi can also handle the bat pretty well. So the tailenders are also pretty good. So we need to give credit where it's due there.
Now,
And
looking at
also, if you see that we have got results in Australia under Ajinkya's captaincy when Virat was not around. So it's not like that Virat was changed the results suddenly, but I think under Ajinkya also we have got good results. So it's
Yeah.
not about captaincy; it's about the pitch and the conditions
yeah,
in which the game
yeah.
was played.
I do think that Virat's probably slightly more aggressive as a captain. Maybe he would have used fast bowlers a bit more. But yeah, I mean, that's for another day. But so obviously, 62 all out, India got a big lead. Then India batted again. Shubman Gill had a injury problem, so he did not come out to bat. Cheteshwar Pujara came in and batted really well. So when we discussed this yesterday as well, whether Cheteshwar Pujara's days in the Indian team are numbered, but what are we looking like? If he gets a decent score, he'll definitely go to South Africa and retain his place, you think?
He'll be in the squad. I would be surprised if they won't pick him for South Africa because he's the kind of player you need. And you've seen what he's done in Australia, right? He can play for sessions over sessions over sessions. And I personally feel that it is too early to write him off. I think I still maintain what I told yesterday, which is he's got at least 1 or 2 years left. Just matter of getting a break probably, but he'll be there on the South Africa tour for sure.
Mithun, have you changed your mind since yesterday?
No, Sanjay. I still stick to the same thing. But at the same time, I strongly feel that we need to start grooming a youngster at number 3. So it's a time now we have to think because what happens if he gets injured suddenly and you don't have a number 3? So that's why I strongly feel that we should not rely just on one player. We need to have at least a couple more youngsters ready to pick up that position.
Only replacement I can think of if we are, I think he'll be in the squad, Mithun. But if I think from your perspective, you're being ruthless from performance, the only replacement I would think of is probably Vihari. He's the only best fit if you're looking to replace Pujara.
One more I feel can
KL,
actually make it is Ruturaj Gaikwad. Has a solid technique, can bat at number 3. So he is one who can be groomed, but I would not say put him straight away into the squad itself and play him in South Africa. Play him in Indian conditions, give him that confidence. Before you take any player overseas, you need to make them play a couple of tests in home conditions, give them that confidence, then take them overseas. You cannot blood some youngster directly at overseas if they fail, and you cannot drop them just like that.
And also,
So I
if you
think
see
we need
now
to be
on
good.
India 8 tours, now you already are giving opportunity to Priyank Panchal and Abhimanyu Vishwaran. So those two are also technically very strong, and I feel that when you are already seeing them on India 8 tours, why don't you give them a chance in one of the test match? and see how they perform. So I know it's a World Chess Championship. You can't gamble in such big games, but somewhere you need to take that hard decision and give them the chance. Yeah.
But
Yes.
one person is certain to feel the axe, I think, Ajinkya Rahane, because there are news that Rohit Sharma will be made the vice captain. So I think Rahane's days are numbered actually in the test team. Looks
Yeah,
like.
in fact, what I think is like assuming everyone's fit and ready, say the next test match, I won't be surprised if Mayank and Rohit open. KL Rahul maybe bats at 3, and then you have Shreyas retaining his spot in the middle order. And eventually, when one of Kohli or Rohit move on, Gill will probably settle into the middle order somewhere because he's too good a player to miss out. So I do hear you guys, Rituraj Gaikwad and others, but I think KL Rahul probably is decently suited to bat at number 3. But okay, let's move ahead. Looking at tomorrow, is there anything to talk about? I think India's going to pile on the runs for 2.5 sessions, give 500 and then declare, Suman.
We need at least 500 minimum to look for declaration, which is about 200 runs away. And 200 runs away, if the rain stays away, probably playing full day and playing them the last 10 overs and giving ourselves a proper 2 day to get 10 wickets. I think that will be the plan of action. But 500 is a minimum before even we think about declaration.
Yeah, we are now 332 ahead to Mithun. 550. If someone gets going, someone like Mayank Agarwal is more than capable to just keep smashing some of the shots inside out. He's hit just amazing. So he could get 100 in each innings and not putting the mockers on him. But hopefully he'll score a lot of runs tomorrow as well.
Yeah, definitely. So more than Mayank scoring runs, I personally, as a fan, would love to see Virat and Pujara scoring runs. So especially, I'm looking to see if finally Virat will score that century, which is pending for a long time. So hope for the best.
I purposely did not name Virat Kohli because he'll not score runs now. Now we've spoken about him, so I was like not trying to put the jinx on him. But yeah, hopefully, irrespective of whether he gets 100 or not, hopefully he'll get some runs under his belt before the South Africa tour. Vishak, what are you expecting?
Yeah, bat for 2 sessions at least. Get around 150, 200. I think anything above 450 450 to 500 would be a decent score. And with the pitch turning the way it is, it's not slow turn here. It has bounce and it's turning pretty quickly. So it's going to be difficult batting in the 4th innings. And I don't see New Zealand chasing this. And yeah, whatever happens, irrespective of the result, this test match will be remembered for Ajaz Patel's feat. It will be Ajaz Patel's test.
Absolutely. This is Ajaz Patel's day, Ajaz Patel's test, but the series will be India's. On that note, Suman, Mithun, Vishak, thank you so much for joining and giving great insights into the test match day 2. Tomorrow we'll be back again. Who knows? It may end if New Zealand get bowled out in 28 odd overs tomorrow, and India declare slightly early with someone getting a lot of quick runs. So we'll see you back tomorrow, hopefully. And if you haven't done so already, please do check out our channel for other cricketing contents you may like. Share it with your friends, family. Drop in a comment on all of your or any of our social platforms. We do check each and every comment and get back to you guys. So hopefully we'll see you again, and I will leave you with our lovely music, the original music for Waadaplaya. Thank you guys. Bye bye.
T20 Test on one day. India, England, Australia. A 4-up lucky big 3-side slayer. What a player! What a player! What a player! Discuss and sing a bell.